Wait, where am I? Rude! Rude, where am I? I'm supposed to be here too. Fucked up. There I am. There I am. Hello everyone! Hello and welcome. Welcome to Sushi Live Cooking Stream Edition, which is why things might look a little bit extra janky around here. Speaking of, shouldn't we be having some hype train music right about now? I reckon we should. I'm gonna turn that on. Welcome on in, everyone. There we go. That's better. That's better.
Yep.
Hillelin with 40 months. Thank you so much. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Is the audio super crusty only on my end? Huh. Is it? Is my mic all kinds of fucked up? Well, let's figure that out before we start making enchiladas. But yeah, let me know. Sounds good to me. Okay. Yeah. No, it's the usual setup I have in the kitchen. Of course, it's a little bit different. I don't hear it. I find this doubtful. My friend. But yes, my friends, we are in the kitchen today. And I'll take you over there in just a second. Before we, the alert system sounded real crusty. Oh. Well, that's a real shame. It's a real shame. Hang on a tick. Why is all of this enabled? This should not be on. Obviously, I cannot eat Chippy in 2D form. Listen! Enchilada time! Let's go to the kitchen. Let's get over there. Hope you don't mind the hype train running. In the meantime, we'll just keep that on. Beautiful. Can you see okay? Can you hear okay? Hello! Hello and welcome to my kitchen. It is great to see you all. I hope you've had a pretty nice day, all things considering. Today we are making a recipe that's been requested a lot. I keep wondering if I didn't actually make this on stream before, but maybe I didn't have recipe cards by that time. It is one of my best recipes that I love to do. So much, in fact, that at CobbledCon, Nikki actually served it up. Nikki served up a big portion. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna make today. Enchiladas! Now I'm gonna get a fresh printed recipe from the printer here. One moment. Hello, Mox. Welcome on in. Bam! There it is. Mox! Thank you so much for the 500 bits. Actually, before we go down the recipe, let's go down the list of supporters here. Hillelin, Mox, Kovic with the 185 streak, which is absolute insanity. Hello, Malfared, how you doing? Graffy with 36 months. Thank you so much, my friend. I was very much thinking about you today when I was making this. I know you wanted the recipe. Well, here it is, the same one, the one and only that we made at CobbledCon. We have Vitrio with 17 months, Erdnum with 40 months. Incredible. And Boss Pal, of course, with the raid at the start there. All right. Think we get it all? There we go. Thank you so much for the support here at the start. Man, it felt so weird to have actual hype music during the intro of a cooking stream. It kind of threw me off a little bit. It was too hype. For a stream like this, because usually this is a hell of a lot more laid back, all in all. But yes, we are making enchiladas, and this is, I call it the perfect recipe, because in my opinion, it needs absolutely no change. You can always play around a bit with spices and stuff, but I think this one is just absolutely perfect. If you don't know how this is going to end up looking, it's a lot like the picture here, of course, but we are also going to have a kind of call it like a salad or a salsa, almost, that we're going to top these with. And that's going to be really heavy in spring onions, coriander, and plum tomatoes that we are going to slice. And it really contrasts the beef flavor from the enchiladas and cuts through a little bit. It is absolutely delicious and so addictive, to the point where when we make this, it doesn't stay, the leftovers don't stay in the fridge for all that long. But yeah, this is the only recipe we're doing today. Usually we can sometimes squeeze in two. So it might be a little bit of a shorter stream, just so you've been warned. But what I am gonna do is I'm actually gonna double up on this one. So I'm gonna make 2 portions and put one oven-proof dish just in the fridge, ready for tomorrow, so we don't have to make dinner, because I am feeling a little bit lazy this week after cooking a fair bit recently. So yeah, double everything. In any case, this lovely, amazing recipe that I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend is available, of course, in the Discord server in the food channel. And I've also gone ahead and posted it to Blue Sky today, so you should be able to find it if you are interested in giving it a shot yourself, or if you kind of just want to follow along as we prepare all of this. I'm not the best at showing this on camera, it gets a little confusing, so it's best to have this on hand if that is what you prefer to do. Well, let's go through the ingredients, but first things first, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let's start there. Let's start there before we bring out all the foodstuffs. Have you had a good week so far? Let's see. Moro, hello. Blackbird, welcome on in. Doing good, having fun with Yipbox, says Pistachian. Yeah, Pistachian's been helping me with Yipbox a lot. To the point where we now have a full database system. I guess you won't get to play around with it until Sunday, but it now means that you don't have to worry too much about like song length and stuff like that. It will create a shortened link for you if if you so please. If you so please. Doing good, says Lord Tank. Had a spicy kebab today. How about me? Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you, 26. Can really not complain. We're going through a bit of a cold one over here. It's been really cold over the past week, and I think it continues all the way through Saturday as well. So it's gonna stay like that for a bit. But yeah, when I woke up today, it was 10 degrees in our living room. So the heaters, unfortunately, even though it burns a lot of electricity and money, they have to go on a bit or we die. It's cold. It's real cold. Let's see. Oh, one more thing. We are sponsored this month by HelloFresh. And you can see in the little corner, like down there, if you follow my finger down in that direction with your eyes, you can see we have 5 sign-ups already. Thank you so much to everyone who's signed up so far. We're gonna do the actual sponsored streams next week. We'll pick out some recipes and we'll cook them on stream, so you get a lot of cooking content this month, which is not bad at all. But yes, thank you so much. It's immensely helpful. I'm putting all the money towards good this time, so I appreciate the support and enthusiasm. More on that next week. Okay, let's walk through what we have. Coriander, lots of it. I wrote 10 grams for this recipe, which is made for 2 people. We're gonna double up. So I bought a big bundle of the stuff. If you don't like coriander / cilantro, if you're American, then you might be in trouble with this one. That's the only caveat. Is if you have the supposed thing where this tastes like soap, then you will hate this. But that's the only one. That's the only one. This has been a slam dunk every time I've served it for a people. But you do have to like coriander. We have spring onions. Let me see if I can find those bad boys. Oh, there we go. There we go. Spring onions, brown onions. Again, we're gonna double up, so we're gonna need 2 of these bad boys. We have cherry tomatoes, which we have in abundance. I'm not like a huge fan of eating mostly whole tomatoes. Like, I usually like to incorporate it into sauces and stuff. Is TTS dead? Why? I tested it before I went live. TTS dead. That's a shame. That's a shame. Postpal, if you could pause that, I'd appreciate it. Sorry about that. I basically move my whole computer into the kitchen when I do this, and sound things tend to be extra finicky. So apologies for that one. I was saying, yeah, I usually don't like eating, say, I've never been the guy who just like takes a whole tomato or cherry tomato and just eats it raw. Not usually. So if anyone else can relate there, then don't worry. This actually really quite works well with this recipe. Again, we're gonna cut these in half and mix them with these puppies and make a little, sort of like a salsa, but it's not really squashed down to a salsa consistency. But it really cuts through the beef flavoring on the enchiladas. So it is absolutely delicious. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. We also have cheddar cheese. I think we opted for mozzarella, which I also wrote here that you can choose if you so please. I prefer a milder cheese with enchiladas, something with not too much of a tang to it. But that, of course, you can control yourself depending on what you like. So if you want more of a strong cheddar, then you absolutely can do that. We also have beef mince, of course. Lots of it we've bought. We have a tomato paste, smoked paprika. We have all the spices up here. We have ground cumin, chili flakes, beef stock cube, garlic powder, pack of large tortillas. Again, with the caveats that you might want to use a little bit more beef if you want to fill up like a regular pack of 6 to 8 large tortillas. I think I kind of understated it a little bit by accident on the recipe card here. So maybe increase that to 500 if you are a hungry kobold of some kind. That is my recommendation. We also have a lime, just for a little bit of lime juice. If you don't feel like juicing a lime, then something like this also works. Just a little splash. Just a little splash. That's my biggest deviation today, is I'm gonna add a little bit of lime juice. Usually we don't, but I think it's gonna go well. Salt, pepper, olive oil, the usual, MSG, etc., 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 etc. The funny chemical, yes, it is funny. It is funny, but it does make it taste good. I've actually, this is all MSG. We've bought like a salt shaker specifically for MSG because I put it in everything. I'm a weirdo. I'm a little guy. I put MSG in all of my food. What can I say? So, step number 1. Step number 1. Again, follow along. You can get the recipe card in the Discord if you so choose. Preheat your oven to 200 degrees fan. I'm not gonna do that because we have our beautiful air fryer, which you can see, over here. Yes, this big device, this huge device needs no preheating. So that's what we're gonna use today. So no preheating for me, but if you have a regular oven, then that is what you need to do. Boil a kettle. Okay, I think I already did that, so we're good on that end. Peel and finely dice your brown onion. Again, we're gonna double this up. So I will do two whole onions. Let's do it. Let's get to work. Hello, Canis. How you doing today? Don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the weekend. This week has sort of flown by, though. I will say. This is one that has felt really short to me. Actually, faster way to peel this is just to chop it in half. We're gonna dice it anyway. So we'll do that. Get all the peel off. Hello, silly Durg. How's it going? Welcome on in. Let's see, we also have Renzel. I could go for some enchiladas. Yes, you could. These will be amazing. I promise. I absolutely promise. This is one of those cases where I wish we could have, like, an extra dimension to streams where you could, like, taste the food I make. Unfortunately, we're not quite there yet. Maybe it's for the better. Maybe it's for the better. Imagine if Twitch streams could have, like, taste added to it. You would taste some weird things, let me tell you. You would taste some real weird things. A little too immersive, perhaps. Perhaps. Checking in on my lunch break. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fabulous. Hope work is going okay. Okay. Just do the second one too. Me eating the onion peels. They do have that crispy texture to them. I wonder. They taste of nothing. I don't think I've actually eaten onion peel, so I had to give it a shot. Cannot recommend. Cannot recommend. Oh, this one looks a bit rotten. We've gotten bad luck with onions lately. A lot of them are like half rotten. So disappointing. Tesco, you need to up your game. Your onion game is off. I think maybe we can save this one though. Eating onion peel. Such a kobold thing to do. It is. It is. But you know, I also am a curious person. So, had to give it a shot. Yeah. Cut off a bit on this guy. Tesco, what are you doing? Every week we get a rotten onion from Tesco. No good. Okay, let's see. Mox gifted a sub to Tesco? No! They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. Them and their rotten onions. Take it back. Take it back. It's no good. Oh, actually, speaking of Tesco, guess what I bought in abundance today? You will never guess. Tesco has like a discount aisle where they put all the stuff that didn't sell, especially from like seasonal things. And they have crates and crates and crates of Beetlejuice Fanta. So me, of course, being the soda drinker that I am, I bought a bunch of this. It was super discounted. It was super discounted. And I actually kind of like it. It just tastes of apple. It's not bad. It's not bad. Got myself a deal. Okay. Let's dice this sucker. As always, my advice is to, if you have a rounded blade like this, use it when you're chopping onions. And try to not cut all the way through. Keep the root intact so you can hold this together and then just go down like this. You have nice diced onion. Taste of Afterlife, yes. Fanta Beetlejuice flavor. Delicious. I actually watched that movie in the cinemas while being in the UK. What did you think? What did you think? I happened to watch the original not too long ago. It's something I've been working on over the past few years. I realized there's so many big, like, pop culture movies that are just part of everyone's, like, understanding of the world that I have never seen. Stuff like Jaws, I had not seen. Stuff like Beetlejuice, I had never seen. But can't say I loved it. I thought Beetlejuice was pretty bad. So probably doesn't hold up as well as it used to, maybe? Don't know, but it did not leave me interested in seeing the sequel. I gotta be real. Hooray! With the 3 months of support. Hello, Wing Catman, how you doing? Hello, Buster, how you doing? What is that knife? Oh, everyone comments on my knife. Leave my World of Warcraft looking ass knife alone. I just wanted something interesting to look at. No, honestly, it's been a really good purchase. I bought this one cheap. Very cheap. And it served me so well. Plus, every time I do a cooking stream, you guys get to obsess over it, so that's good. It's a conversation starter, this one, apparently. I think I'm just gonna throw the rest of this away. Again, it was a little bit gross on the top, this onion. Let's take some of the bad parts out. I love that knife. I'm very happy with it. It has served its purpose well. It cuts. That it does. Signature weapon looking ass knife, yes. It looks like a fantasy dagger retooled into being a kitchen knife, yeah. That is also the impression I get. It makes me think of like League of Legends, Warcraft, Dota 2, all that stuff. But it's if you can cast that aside, it's pretty neat to look at. I do like it. I should buy a new knife soon and get something completely different that is just as weird. Because like I'm not really all that much into like medieval fantasy and stuff like that. What if I do like a sci-fi knife? Yeah, that's what I should do. Now that will start some conversations. Laser scalpel. Make sure there's no big chunks in there. And we have one more. Ronaldo from Xenoblade Games. RGB knife? No. I don't want a gamer knife. That would just make me feel depressed, I think. Do you think that exists? If you like go on Amazon and you search like RGB knife, do you think you get one with like USB? It's not going to be USB-C. Cheap things like those, it's always like mini USB. Rechargeable mini USB RGB gamer knife. Has to be out there. Has to be out there. I have a question. Why is it that like the gamer aesthetic has like never changed? This bothers me to no end. Like literally any other like hobby or scene, if you will, like you have changes in aesthetics. And with computers, it's just RGB lights. Just RGB lights on everything. It's a timeless aesthetic. I don't know. I think a lot of it is ugly as sin. Just me. There we are. That looks like plenty of onion to me. I don't know. Let's see, I miss the big bubbly and colorful aesthetic on software from the 2010s, to be honest. Yeah. Timeless, eternally ugly. The computer I have now, which honestly, the case is getting pretty old and everything, but I went for like complete, like minimalist, like setup in terms of like lights and stuff. It has like a glass window into it, but I didn't add any RGBs to the fans or anything. I specifically asked the company that put it together for me not to add any of it, because first of all, saves money, and secondly, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. The same with like keyboards and mice and stuff like that. When I buy those these days, I always go for the simple ass looking things. Not that this is my main mouse, this is my kitchen mouse, but hey, you know exactly what I mean. I was gonna say an aesthetic I miss is kind of like, and this is purely nostalgia, but like the translucent like plastic covers on tech. You know, the Game Boys that were see-through. I think like the Apple computers that just looked like, I don't know, aquariums or something. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. That tickles something in my brain. That tickles something in my brain. I don't know what it is. Let me get a bowl and transfer some of this. Why suffer the bad bits? Just teach a kobold how to cast purify food and drink. You have a point. Anyone remember the computer mice filled with water? And they had fish swimming in them? Yes! Okay, those did look pretty cheap, but yeah, there's some nostalgia there for those. A little bit. It's just funny to me. That was, I think that was just like a 90s, early 2000s thing in general. I remember like all the soap dispensers and stuff that you would buy just from a regular store. They would also be like that, where they had like little plastic fish floating, like under the label almost. Yeah. Feels like a bygone thing for sure. For sure. Erdner, you really need to stop rolling over kobolds. This is becoming a problem. Okay. Why don't we heat up the pan and get this onion sizzling? We're just gonna want to soften this a bit in the pan on like medium heat. See if this thing works. That is the air fryer. Close. No cigar. This guy I'm just gonna take away. We don't need him today. This guy we do need. I'll put him up here so you can see all the action. Let's give this guy a big old drizzle of olive oil. The pan is looking dry as all hell, so I'm gonna go pretty generous this time. And then again, a medium heat. It's gonna start on medium, and then once we add the beef and the rest later, we'll increase it a bit. Okay, so onions are gonna go in a second. Once that is hot. What do we do in the meantime when the onion's gonna be cooking? Let's see. The onion is cooking in the pan. Dissolve your beef stock cube into a measuring jug. Pour in 200 milliliters of boiled water. So again, we're gonna double up, so it's gonna be a double of pretty much everything you see. I think if you're considering doubling up this recipe at home as well, if you have guests over, etc., then maybe don't use with water, especially don't double it completely. Do like maybe 150 milliliters more, but yeah, be a little bit sparing, because sometimes you can end up drowning your enchilada fillings, and it takes way too long to, you know, incorporate all the water or have it steam off. So that would be my advice. But let's do one beef stock cube, and might just go ahead and make half of one more. We are looking for that beefy flavor today, so we don't want to skimp on this. So what I usually do, just crumble it with my hands, as opposed to just dropping it square into the hot water. This way you don't end up with like a big lumpy gooey mess at the bottom of the measuring jug. And I'll use most of this. But I wouldn't go more than that, or it's going to be very strong. And then next up, I'm going to pour in the water. I pre-boiled the kettle while the starting soon thing was counting down. So we will do like 350. Somewhere around there, I think, is a good starting point. And if it needs more water, we can just add that to the pan. But with this, you always want to go a little bit less, just in case. And then, let's see. And then we're going to mix in our tomato paste. Fetch that from the fridge real quick. Actually, why don't we chuck the onion in. Get that sizzling. Get that in there, and then you want to salt generously. And I'm just gonna mix this around a little bit, so all the bits gets a little bit of the oil on it. And then we're just gonna let that sizzle for a bit on medium heat. You kind of want to get like a translucent looking color, or just, you know, visibly softened. So we'll give them like, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. Should be plenty. Back over here. Tomato puree. How much of that do we need? Let's see. I've written 35 grams. How much is in a tube? 200. So we'll do like, whoop. And one more, since we're doubling up. Whoop. Like that to start with. Let's mix this up. And I think it's already time for a tiny whisk. I know, so early in the stream. And yet here we are. And I'm just gonna have a quick taste of that already, actually. Don't think it needs more tomato. It's looking pretty red. Just see what it's like. Yeah, I would say that's good. Very beefy and very tomatoey. A perfect fusion. Okay. Let's see. Why don't we... Wait, I think we have pre-ground cheese, don't we? Whoops, I maybe should have bought like one I could rate myself. Congrats, you made soup. Thank you. Thank you. No, that means a lot. It really does. Well, in that case, I think we're just gonna take our sweet time with the onions over here. Hello, Glacier. Soups are good. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I gotta say the French onion soup that we made, which I never had before in my life, before we made it on stream, I thought that was just out of this world. That might just be something I will make maybe once Hill is over again, because holy shit, was that good? That one was a bit of a project. That one took the full duration of the stream, I remember. That is really just like caramelizing onions to absolute perfection and all of that. But it was actually really worth it. It's the only time I've gotten excited about soup, I have to say. Not to say I'm as much of a soup hater as I used to be. I do eat soup. But is it exciting? Not that often. Didn't know you did cooking streams, moving you up my favorite streamers list. Aw, thank you. How you doing, Iron Fox? Welcome on in. We are indeed cooking, and I don't know if this is gonna be a long cooking stream today, but it is gonna be a good one because we're making some absolute bangers of enchiladas. They're gonna be so good. They're gonna be so good. So, chat, while we wait for our onions to soften, what is for dinner today for you guys? Or potentially, what have you already had? Always gotta ask both, since we have a nice mix of European and American viewers. Chili! Oh! Oh, that sounds good too. That's like my favorite type of like cozy cooking, is making chili. Just let a big pot of something stew away for as long as you want. Ah, so good. I'm actually making enchiladas today. What? Oh my god. High five. Thank you. Hang on. Maybe if I take my sweater sleeve off, it will look like it's a different person. Yeah! That's better. Gonna fry some noodles with eggs for tonight, says Lord Hank. That sounds good too. Haven't made a good chili for a while. Me neither. Pesto pasta. Love pesto. I feel like we should do a good pasta recipe soon with homemade pesto. Pesto is something we have actually made on stream before, but I think it was for the pizza stuff we were doing for the subathon. Yeah, remember? Malfarron with Prime in 6 months. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you stopping on by, and I appreciate the support as well. try making some borscht sometime. Yes. I made hearty turnovers filled with mixed meats, sweet bell peppers, carrots. Made some of them spicy, some of them had cheese, and I made one blue. How did you make it blue? Don't tell me you added food coloring. 'Cause I will scream. Yo!
Glad to see the return of the cooking streams. Hope this helps you guys out. Stay cozy.
Thank you so much, Mox. Tremendous, tremendous, tremendous amount of support. £75 in direct donation. That is not small change. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Sadly basic food coloring, but I made sure I used the remaining egg. Well, I can't really, you know, look at you funny even because actually the same stream when we did the pizza making stream. You remember we put mozzarella in food coloring? So I made blue mozzarella. That was so cursed. That was so cursed. Actually, I found, since we have another minute here, I found one of the pizzas we made for the subathon. I think I pinned it in the food channel the other day. Let me get that for you real quick. Because if you weren't around in the stream during that time, we made some horrific things with food. The fun horrific things. And I did eat it all, but still. Whoa! Hang on! Hang on! We have some friends! Oh god! No, 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 no! No! Why is that on? Why is that on? No! Oh, dang it. All of that should be disabled. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Yeah, something got really, truly fucked once I moved my computer to the kitchen for the cooking stream today. Something with the audio was just fucky. So the dudes need to stay off. I don't know how it was re-enabled even. Pause pal, if you could just make triple sure that is paused. You don't have to disable them. Oh, okay, I'll do it. Sorry about that, everyone. It really shouldn't have been enabled. Okay, paused. And I assume the TTS might also still be on. Paused. There we go. Oof. Bubbled music. I think it was beautiful, personally. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, these look nice and softened at least. So, what do we do next? What do we do next? Once the onion is softened, add your beef mince. Okay, that I can do, that I can do. We actually bought 2 packs of it. I don't know if we're gonna squeeze all of it in, but just in case. In you go. In you go. And we can do more. Maybe half of this. And we want to keep... Let's just keep the heat there for a little bit longer. Want this to brown and we'll break it up properly. Why is there a kobold on the stove? Oh my lord. Get off there. Gonna burn the kobold? It is a cold day. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I need to show you this Sonic pizza. Let me just get this from the Discord. I have to. Fucking hell. It's always worse than I expected once I see it. Let me see. Whoop. Oh, thank you, Silly Durg. Thank you so much. My PC blue screened? Oh no. Let me see. Sonic Pizza. Yeah, I dug this up the other day. Good lord. Do you remember this? Yeah, we make food here. It looks moldy. No! It's food coloring. Did you eat it? Yes. On stream. Listen, you have to see this. Honestly, it looks better after cooking. Yeah, it does. It does. That was a fun one, though. I think that's a segment that's there to stay during whenever we do subathons. Is just make stuff into pizza. It is just so funny. So funny. Anyway, let's add some spices to this mix. And then we can crank up the heat a bit. We need to add human smoked paprika. Let's see. Human smoked paprika. Where are you? There you are. Garlic powder. Crushed chilies. Where the hell? Oh, right there. What else? MSG. Okay. Now I'm just gonna eyeball this because I'm crazy like that. Start with a generous dose of cumin. And MSG. Smoked paprika. Garlic powder. And crushed chilies. Go easy on this if you don't like spiciness. We can crank up the heat a little bit, turn it up to high, and start breaking this apart. And then we really just need to give this the time it requires. clean up a little bit. Spilled spices everywhere. What am I making? We're still on enchiladas. This is the filling here. Okay. Let's give this like 2 more minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna quickly wipe this thing clean as well, and we'll get our lime out. Now, as I said at the start, if you have lime juice in a bottle, you can of course use that too. We don't really need too much in this case. Go easy on it, is what I'm gonna say. But if you have a whole lime, what you want to do is you want to roll this on the counter to release as much of the juice in there as possible before we cut it. Just really go to town on it. And then chop in half. And I don't think we're gonna need more juice than half of what this offers. So I'm gonna get my little apparatus out. We'll juice half a lime. And then the other half we can use as, you know, a garnish, or you can squeeze over the rest of it and put that on the plate. Just cut them into wedges and save them for later. There we are. And then I'm gonna add, I think we can add all of this into the stock. Just gonna go in soon anyway. Let me tiny whisk that a little bit. Say this is most of the way there. Just want it to be browned all over. Always wash your hands thoroughly after juicing limes before going into the sunlight, as it can cause chemical burns. That is good advice. That is good advice. However, I live in Britain. There is no sun. I haven't seen the sun in years. So I will live, most decidedly. No, really, it's not that bad, but it does get super dark, super early now, and it's a little, it's a little depressing. Don't get enough light. I live in Scotland. I'm well aware of the amount of sun here. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Tiny whisk. Alternatively, use a cobalt. You could. You could. Just use whatever you have available. Okay, that's looking pitch perfect. So, now we're gonna add the tomato stock to this, and we're pretty much just gonna let this simmer for a bit. You kind of want this to incorporate and thicken a bit. If it's still liquidy, then you gotta wait some more. Remember, this is gonna go into tortillas, so if it's all soup, then it's just gonna run out the sides. No good. No good. Tortilla soup. can crank the heat a little bit more if you need to. Let's bring that up to a little bit of a simmer and then turn it down again. And you just want to let that bubble away a bit. Let's see. I guess we can start potentially, perhaps, getting an oven-proof dish out. So we need to grease this bad boy up. It's making my mouth watery. Oh, just you wait until it's actually done. It's gonna be a sight to behold. How you doing, the yacht? Come on in. Okay, so for this, you have a few options. You don't want to drench this whole thing in olive oil, but a little drizzle will be good. If you have a silicone brush, then that is what I would recommend using here. One of these bad boys. Alternatively, if you don't have too much stuff in your kitchen, you can also just get some basic kitchen paper towels and rub it all over. But since I have the luxury, I will use the brush. Just get some all over the edges as well. Naturally, this is going to help it so it doesn't stick so much, but it also crisps up the outside of the tortillas, which is super nice. Can't you just clean your hands and use them? I suppose you could. Absolutely. Get in there. Get in there. And because this is a pretty simple recipe here today, I am gonna just make a lot of this. Yeah, like I said at the start, we're gonna do some food prep for tomorrow too, so I don't have to cook before community night. So we are gonna do this one pack that we're actually gonna cook, and then we're gonna prep another pack for tomorrow. I'm just gonna set that in the fridge with some cling foil on it. Okay, let me clear some space. I'm gonna take this guy and just set him to the side. Hello, Papolo. How are you today? Playing some web fishing. Nice, nice, nice. Is it cooking with sushi? It is. Welcome on in, Millennium. How you doing? Just noticed the knife on my PNG tuber has a kobold on it. It does. It does. Not quite like the real thing, but I do like the touch. Okay, this is bubbling, which is good. I am, however, gonna give this a little taste, see if it needs any more spices. Ooh. It's got a bit of a kick to it. In a good way. In a very good way. I think Again, optional. This is me going off the chosen path here, but I'm gonna add some Worcestershire sauce. And I think we could have actually gone with a little bit more lime, so I'm gonna use some of this. Want a little bit more citrus in there. Let's give that another quick taste test. Oh yes, that's good. That really balances out. You could try a bit of soy sauce. I was thinking about that, yeah, because it is a little under-seasoned salt-wise, so we can get some salt flavor from this. Great suggestions all around today. Not too much though, but something like this. Yeah, that's good. And I think I want just a crack of pepper in there too. Pepper seems a little absent from this. Marmite can also be good. Yes. Yes. I wish we had some on hand. I don't think we do. This is already most of the way there. One more taste test. Let's see if we got it right. Oh yeah. That's good. That's good. The soy sauce makes it a bit saltier, which in turn brings out the rest of the flavor. I think that is close to spot on. Unless, no, I want a little bit more of a kick. So just a dash more of chili flakes, and then I think we're good. Yes. I'm gonna let this simmer for just a couple more minutes. It's still a bit liquidy. Again, if you're cooking this at home and you're doubling up the recipe like I am, then you might just want to go a little bit easier on the water you add to the stock, and then just pour a little bit at a time into the pan instead. And that way you don't get stuck with this problem where it's maybe a little bit too soupy. Not that it's a big issue. You can, of course... I just spilled everywhere. You can, of course, just get the meat parts and leave some of the soupy mess in. But you know what I'm saying. Okay. Well, with that almost being done, I'm gonna clear some space over here. We're gonna start assembling this. Something to put the pan on. Should try using minced mousse for tacos. I've done it and it tastes so good. Yeah, I like mousse. I like mousse. Though I don't know how readily available it is exactly where I live on the planet right now. But if I was back in Norway, yeah, sure, I could make some moose or reindeer tacos. Absolutely. Okay. I'm just gonna assume that this will, you know, thicken up slightly more once this cools. Let's transfer this guy over. Careful not to drop it. It's gonna happen one of these days. I'm gonna drop the whole thing I'm making on stream. I know it is. It's just my luck, you see. Okay. So, let's start dishing these guys up. Actually, I'm gonna do one more cheeky little thing. And that is, I'm just gonna get this guy out and oil this one up too. Because we're making tons of these today, so we have some leftovers for tomorrow, and I'll put the extras in this one. So let me just brush this one up too. Looking good. This goes to the side for now. Let's get some tortillas going. Farming my Pokemon team to level 50. Will I watch? Good luck. Good luck. Can't remember the last time I actually played a Pokemon game. Which one are you on at the moment? Hello, Professional Toaster. How's it going? So, I would recommend we do this one at a time. We're just gonna transfer some of this meaty goodness over. Kinda lay it out in a stripe like this. We have lots of it, so we don't have to be too careful. We can make some big enchiladas today. Something like that, I would say, is a good amount. And then we're gonna roll this up. Like so. And very important thing is when you place these down, you kind of want to flip this around. Because that way it will hold this in place. And yes, I know, it doesn't fit perfectly in the tray. The tortillas are slightly too long, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just gonna squash it down a bit. Like so. Yeah, we can leave this here. I'm making a mess. And then rinse, repeat, really? Have I ever pet a bear before? I can't say I have. Can't say I have. Have one that lives near me in the woods and likes to come out and say hello sometimes. You are braver than me. They will, the ones near where I grew up, they will not stop for pets. Let's just say. All right. Second one in. See how many we can manage to fit in this. Oh! One piece of mince overboard. Don't worry, I'll get him. You go back in. Lon Lon Ranch. Sounds like it. Yeah. You know, I don't mind that some of it falls out, because then I can just eat it. And it is delicious. Found you on TikTok and figured I'd drop on by. Hello. How are things? We're doing a very low-key stream today. On the regular, usually once a week, we'll do a cooking stream like this. Maybe not quite as action-packed as the normal streams that we do, but hey. It's a very cozy time. We're making some enchiladas. Hope you're faring well on this lovely Thursday. We can definitely squeeze one more in there. Yo. They're going to be very filling, by the way. Used a lot of beef. And in it goes. Well, that sure looks to me like we have one tray of these. Put this down. There we go. Now we could stick these in the oven, but I think I just want to get the other oven-proof dish and we'll just make as many enchiladas as we can. We certainly have time today. It's not a difficult recipe, so we can just get all of this done. If you don't have much beef IRL, then at least some beef in enchiladas. Wise words. Wise words. Y'all got any plans come weekend time? Is there anything on the agenda? I think I might go to the arcade with Boss Pal and then have a little date with Helen on Saturday. We're gonna play some Project Zomboid. Woohoo! LFM and maybe build a Gundam. Nice, nice, nice. Just work. Vacation coming soon though. Very nice. Zomboid is fun. I've never tried it. I've owned it for like forever. And I still am not entirely sure what it is. We're gonna find out on Saturday, I suppose. Gonna be working on so many things. What do you have in the pipeline, MDL? Besides Kobold music, I mean. Gently the enchilada. Gently. Gonna open up the second pack. Got a laser appointment. Hope it goes okay. Gonna play Atlas with my boyfriend. Ooh. What's that one? Either way, I hope it's fun. Gonna plan my trip to Nordic FuzzCon. Very good, very good. I need to get on that too. Work on Saturday for monies and then probably just play some games as Glacier. Fair enough. Celebrating my friend's birthday on Saturday. Making my famous salsa for it. Let's go. You know I like it when you guys cook. Love to hear all about it. couple music for once is MDL, but also getting all of my things moved over to VNyan. Nice. It's a furry RPG. Cool. Cool. Kelazun says, I'm gonna. I believe in you, Kelazun. You can do this. Hair removal. Oh, right. I've had so many lasers blasted at me compared to the average person. Yeah. Oh, damn. It sounds nice, though. It sounds nice. I wish I was all smooth. Alas, I am of the fluffy variety. Okay, I think that's about all the beef. We have some more left over in the fridge, so I guess tomorrow, if we're still hungry, we can cook up the rest and make a couple more. I think that will be it for what we prepared. Let's tie this guy up. Stick him in, plop him in. And this guy I'm just gonna saran wrap and put in the fridge for another day. And then we can actually get to cooking the enchiladas we made for today. Food stream, hell yeah. How you doing, Renard? God, I hate saran wrap. It's like jumping out of the box. Stay in there. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it, Tesco saran wrap. And then trying to tear this off and it just like squashes the whole fucking box. Okay. Well, that got nice and crumpled up. There we go. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. Let's put this puppy to the side. And then it's time for finishing touches on the enchiladas we beautifully have prepared. So, what I'm gonna do is, let's see, before Hospal steals my brush, I'm gonna take that back. Thank you. I'm gonna do a little drizzle of olive oil on top. Okay, don't overdo it. This is already pretty unhealthy as is. But it will again help crisp it up. So just a couple of droplets and then you can brush some over if you so choose. It really does make a difference when it comes to the texture though of the tortillas. So I do recommend just a little bit. If you have gosh, one of those sprays. Anyone use these? Let's see. And that can also be applied here. If you want to save on calories. Just a little on top. Okay, and then you know what's next. We can't have enchiladas without cheese, can we? Can enchiladas be done with fish? Probably. I mean, it's just tortillas rolled up with stuffing, so if you want to throw a spin on it, I don't see why not. To be honest though, I love my beef. I'm a sucker for that beef flavor, so I'm probably never gonna do fish enchiladas, as fun as it sounds to make. You can also be a bit sparing on the cheese. You don't have to overdo it like me if you want this to be less unhealthy. That's up to you. But we like to indulge a little bit when we do a cooking stream, don't we? Only makes sense. Okay, and then last but not least, just some pepper on top. Just a little bit. Just looks nice, doesn't it? And then I believe it is air fryer time. So. Oh yeah, you can see my I have my full desktop computer in the kitchen. One of these days when I become rich, I'll buy a separate computer for cooking streams. That would really save me on a lot of hassle. One day. But for now, we work with what we have, okay? That's how it is. So I'm gonna stick this down here. Just buy wheels for the one you have? No, it's more of a case of if I can keep one computer in one place, then it can be consistently functioning the way I want it to. Instead of having the Cobalt dudes, for instance, just blow out everyone's speakers today. Sorry about that, by the way. I still feel bad. Okay. 200 degrees is what we're looking at here. And we are not making toasts, so let's take that over to air fry mode. 200. And I would say they don't need that much time, so we can do maybe 9 minutes to start with. Just keep an eye on it as it goes. Beautiful, beautiful. But we're not entirely done because we have to top these enchiladas with something. I promised flavor today. Promised something that will cut through the crazy beef concoction that we've just made up. And so that is exactly what we are going to do. Let's go back here. Beef everywhere. Beef everywhere. I'm gonna do a cheeky move and put a old plastic cutting board on top for this one. It's easy to forget that the dust in the kitchen gets mixed with fats and it can stick so much. Can't imagine the state of a PC that would be full-time in the kitchen. I would put it away somewhere. I wasn't aware that Cobalt dudes weren't supposed to be available. No, it's obviously not your fault, Raysend. That's on me, that's on me. I set it to be disabled, but man, sometimes it feels like there's kobolds inside of my setup. Because redeems, sometimes they just magically turn themselves on again. I don't get it. Anyway. So now, it's time to make a salad? Question mark? Question mark, question mark, question mark. What we're gonna do is we're gonna chop our cherry tomatoes in half and add them to a bowl. Let's start with that. I'm gonna make plenty of this because I love this little topping. This makes the whole dish, in my opinion. So I'm gonna chop up a whole bunch of cherry tomatoes. You know it. this guy to the side, and then it's tomato time. So, of course, you can cut these into smaller pieces, but you can, as a rule, I like to cut them lengthways like this. And if you don't have as many tomatoes, or you just don't like huge bits of tomato, you can turn them into little quarters as well. But I think this will be what we're doing here. Nice and easy. We have a lot of them to go through, so let's do it this way. That there is my snack at work. Tomatoes. I've been snacking on celery lately. That's my healthy snack. Celery and raisins. Yum. I wonder what it would be like if, say, we didn't have fruits, like regularly, like all kinds of fruits regularly available at all times, like, and you just tasted, say, a banana for the first time. Something I think about sometimes. Like my grandma always told a story about how she grew up during the Second World War. And so she didn't taste fruits like banana until the war was over. And like tasting it for the first time was apparently like the best shit ever. I wonder if that would like change my perception of fruits. And for how long? I wonder. Who needs drugs when banana? Exactly. That's why, like, if we ever become a spacefaring civilization and we, like, find other planets to colonize and stuff like that, the part I'm interested in is not the lemurs. I'm interested in the plants and the fruits and the things that grow there. Imagine we get a whole other planet and we just have double the amount of vegetables and fruits to work with. Could you imagine? I know realistically that's probably not how it would be, but, you know, a dragon can dream. As a person that went through one of the worst hurricanes in history of my island and ate MRIs for almost a year when I had my first solid meal, it was absolute fire. Yeah, I believe that. That is crazy. That really must change your relationship with food so much. Okay, let's dump these guys into the bowl. And believe it or not, we have one more whole pack of tomatoes to go through. But I wanna stop and look at our enchiladas. See if there's any action in here. Oh yeah, no, it's getting there. I would say about 3 more minutes. They're starting to crisp up a bit. gonna be beautiful. I'm telling you. Alright, well we better get to work then. It's funny that you call them baby plums. Actually, Tesco sells a few varieties. Yeah, these are called baby plums. And I like them because they're kind of like long, pear-shaped. But you also get just regular baby tomatoes. Oh, Analu. Again, the channel points redeems are back on somehow, but they don't work. I apologize, my friend. They're supposed to be turned off. Oh, don't apologize. It's on me. It's on me. Mods, please turn them back off. I beg you. Thank you, mods. Thank you, mods. I've been watching more Walking Dead. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your perception of it. I gotta say that show, it started to get better. Like season 6, 7. And it was riding pretty high. And then as soon as the next season hit, it felt so much more cheaper again. And now it's just become cheese once more. It actually had a moment where I legitimately enjoyed it as a as a drama show. It was pretty good. It was pretty good, and now it's back to rock bottom. Whoops. You were talking about this during web fishing. How many episodes have you seen since? Oh, I'm not sure. Kind of just keep it on in the background while I do other things. So it blends together, a lot of it. Anyway, our enchiladas, they look pretty done. So I think we can fish those out. And then we can finish up our little salad. You're gonna have to be patient, post-pal. It's not ready yet.
Gimme.
No, not yet. Oh, look at these puppies. We're gonna let those cool for just a little bit longer, but I will speed up my quote-unquote salad making process here. Let's get this going. We still want to eat these while they're hot. I want to take that out of the screen and eat it. No, they're for me. Only me. Eats the whole tray. Almost there. Almost there. 3 tomatoes to go. And again, yes, this is a lot of tomatoes, but remember we made a whole other serving that we're gonna eat tomorrow, probably. So just get all this done. Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna wash these spring onions. Just run them under the tap. Make sure there's no grit in between. And then we will just turbo chop some of these. As many as you like, really. Okay. It's gonna go in with the tomatoes. And last thing we need to chop up is, of course, a bunch of this beautiful coriander. So with this, you can just chop it stalks and all. Just make sure you give it a nice rough chop so you don't have any long stalks in there when you take a bite. But just roughly like this will do what you need it to do. Okay. Let's dump that in. I think we can do a little bit more. And if you don't like coriander, you are fucked with this one. I apologize. I apologize, but that is the way it is. I'm gonna do a little bit more. How you doing, Stilts? Welcome on in. You're about to see the actual exciting part, which is us plating all of this and taste testing it. Lots of it, lots of it. Absolutely drown this in coriander. And then drizzle of olive oil, not too much. And we want to salt and pepper this again pretty generously. Let's give that a toss before we add any more. I think that's looking beautiful. How many grams of love did you use in this recipe? 15. 15. Okay. Well, my friends, it's about to get exciting. So I'm going to bring out a plate. Let's make a little bit of space. Coriander. Get out of there. Ruining the shot. Go. And then, probably best to get my... what do you call these? Oven mitts? Almost picked that up with my bare hands. Would have been a mistake to remember. I don't know how that looks to you guys at home, but to me, I know how this tastes. I am very excited. Very excited. Yummers! Exactly. So, I'm gonna cut a couple of these loose. My spatula. keep them in one piece. Oh! Oof. These are big. Try and separate them a bit.
Enchilada sushi fruit.
It's a serious serving. Yeah, we could maybe do maybe do one less. You're so right. I got too ahead of myself here. Got too excited. What can I say? We'll do like that, and then let's see. They look perfect. Yeah, I think they're gonna be good. Let's get some of that salad on top. Thank you, Lou, for 26 months, by the way. I appreciate that immensely. Thank you. So my rule with this dish is try and get one piece of tomato in with each bite of the enchilada. It really, really goes so well together. Especially if you make it a bit spicy, it will help with that so much. Maybe not the best presentation I could have done, but hey, you gonna turn that down? If you do, I'm gonna eat it. Okay. Well, I think it's time we do a little taste test, don't you? Is there anything else we need to add to this? Maybe... No, you know what? Let's give this a try. I'm gonna hand this over to Pascal. Let me get a fork and a knife. And yeah, Pascal will get to take the first taste test. I'll be right back.
Hello, it is me, the possum of the pal. Oh, I really got a sneeze now. Oh no, right on schedule. Is it on? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna grab a little bit from the middle so we can see what it looks like. I always do this thing when we make enchiladas where I cut them into like little slices, almost like sushi. As in the food, not the host. And I just like eat them like this. I make like little rolls. You can see inside they're like nice and juicy, very moist, and oh, I'm so hungry. Wow. Piping hot, so excuse me if I go oh whoa. Damn. This might be the best iteration of these, but then again, I am very hungry. So please take my testimony. Yeah, that's me, Dizzy. That's me right now. I am very hungry, so that helps. So, you know, take my testimony with a grain of salt, but these are fucking stellar. Anytime I've tried to make them, I can never get them quite as juicy as these. So I'm loving them. A little bit more. Oh, that cherry tomato. Oh, for the road. No. These are absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Now I return to you, your dragon.
Wow. And just like that, all the food is gone. I don't even get to taste it. Oh, that's okay. We'll plate up another portion for myself. It's only fair. And I think we'll do the same. We'll start with two. Yeah, they are hefty, like Nikki said. Okay, let's see what we can do here. This one got a little bit beaten up because I went crazy with the spatula there, but grab this guy. Hello, Zach. How you doing? We're catching the tail end here, but not a bad moment to hop on in. So we're about to give this a little try. Whoa, all the beef is spilling out the sides there. Okay, get some. Whenever I have a white plate like this, I have to have it like clean around the edges. Can't stand. Like spilling out the sides. Okay, and then of course our beautiful salad, salsa, whatever we call this. You should make up a name, chat. You should come up with a name for this one. It's not quite salsa, not quite salad. Some green on top there. And again, to anyone who was just joining us, this recipe, of course, is available either on Blue Sky or in my Discord server in the food channel. You can get this and give this a shot. It's one I absolutely recommend. Tried and tested this one. Let's dig into it. I gotta taste it myself, right? Let's get a nice little cut here. And then again, the trick is to get at least one tomato half with your bite. I saw Pospal didn't eat the first bite with the tomato. That's a sin. No. To really enjoy this, you gotta get a little bit of everything. Let's give it a shot. That is fantastic. I would stop here and comment, except I really want to eat this. Feels like this portion will not be enough. To me, this is one of those foods where you always end up with a few more than what you put on the plate. And it's like impossible to not go for seconds. I'm gonna be so full after I've had these two, and yet I know there's one more waiting for me over there. It's always the case. No, but it really turned out quite nice. I think one thing that is really understated is brushing the tortillas with oil. It really crisps them up, and you don't get that like chewy consistency you can get if a lot of the sauce from the filling mixes with it. So that is big tip right there. Don't skip that part. Always brush them down. And yeah, lime juice is nice as well. Again, I think we can add a little wedge here. Maybe squeeze some over. After it's been cooking and simmering for so long, you don't really taste the lime that much. So I'm going to squeeze some over, see if that makes any difference. Take one more bite. Here goes. I think that's a solid addition. Cut up some lime wedges, put them on the side. Again, if you end up making them a little too spicy, stuff like obviously the salad with all the tomatoes and also the lime will help cut through a lot of that. So it doesn't turn out quite as spicy. I recommend a little bit of lime on the side. Ooh, hey. Here we are at the finish line. I guess we managed to make another full stream out of this as well. Not bad. I was kind of worried this one was going to take very little time, but doubling up the portions gave us a little bit extra to work with. My friends, I'm afraid this is it for today because I really want to go eat all of this right now. So I am. Thank you so much for tuning on in. I mean it. Cooking, I love doing it, and being able to combine it with my job, streaming, is it's amazing. So I'm always super thankful to all the people who tune in specifically to these segments. Means a lot to me, and it's just a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed today. I will be back on Sunday, not with a cooking stream, but we do have, let me see, what do we have Sunday? Sunday is, oh yeah, the Star Trek game. Yeah, we're playing some Star Trek Deep Space Nine game that I didn't even know existed until last week. And then we have more cooking streams next week because, of course, we are sponsored by HelloFresh. So next week, I think we're gonna do maybe some cooking sim or a cooking related game. And then on the Thursday again, we will cook all the HelloFresh recipes that we end up ordering on stream. So plenty of cooking to come if you enjoyed today. Thanks so much again. Before I disappear, I do have the ability to do the Dragon's Horde now from here, so let's do it. Let's jump on over. I'll see you there. Ignore the kobold in the ceiling. He lives there. He lives there and he likes it there, okay? The air conditioning is on, he's listening to his favorite music. It's fine. It's fine. My friends, before we take off here, let's have a look at our top sponsor. We already know who it is. It's gotta be Mox, right? It's gotta be. Of course it is. Thank you so much to Mox for the £75 direct donation. I appreciate that immensely. I really do. A lot of support, and it really helps out when you do something like this for a living. So hats off to you. You can have a bite of my enchilada even. That's how generous I am. Thank you, Mox. Thank you, Mox. We also, of course, have the Dragon's Horde, which is all of our contributions from today, including follows, raids, everything in between. Here we go. Mox up first with bits and a sub. Airnum, Vitrio, Raffi, Evelyn, Craig, Malfarron, Silly, Lou, Mox, again with the £75 direct dono. Oh! Thank you so much. And we have Pospal with the raid at the start. Appreciate that as well. Azzy with the raid halfway through. Sorry about the kobold jump scare. And quite a few follows. Listen, my friends, tomorrow is Friday. Every Friday we host community night in VR chat. It's not going to be streamed. It's not going to be recorded and put on YouTube. It is purely a social gathering that has been going for, what, 2.5 years? Every Friday straight now. So if you wanna join on in, if you wanna meet some of the amazing people, not just me, from our community that make this whole thing possible, then please stop on by. I'm gonna be there, of course, as well. Bospal will be there, so I hope to see you then. With that, my friends, I think that's it. Have a good Friday tomorrow. Have a good start to the weekend. Hope I'll catch you on Sunday regardless. We'll do some Star Trek gaming. And I'll see you around. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Come on, run away. You don't have to stay. We're nearly out of time, but you're doing fine. So stay on track.
Alright, everyone. I'm gonna send you over to Chester, who's doing some chicory.
Just feel
That is Fratboy Chester on Twitch. Say hello from me. Enjoy the stream. I'm gonna clean up the kitchen and eat some of the food I just made. And I'll see you around. Have a good night.